On a cold February day in 2019, President Donald Trump declared a national emergency due to a surge of illegal immigration at the southern border. This move ignited a firestorm of controversy and debate about presidential power. Democrats denounced it as an unconstitutional power grab, arguing the situation did not meet the legal threshold of a national emergency. They claimed Trump was exploiting a crisis for political gain, bypassing Congress to secure funding for his border wall. Some GOP lawmakers voiced concerns about setting a dangerous precedent, fearing future misuse of emergency powers. Despite internal divisions, Republicans ultimately supported Trump, citing the humanitarian crisis at the border. They argued Trump was within his rights to declare an emergency to protect the nation. The legal basis for emergency powers in the U.S. is rooted in the Constitution, but is open to interpretation and vulnerable to abuse. Article 2 grants the President broad executive powers, including acting as Commander-in-Chief. The National Emergencies Act of 1976 provides a framework for declaring and managing national emergencies. This law requires the President to formally declare an emergency and notify Congress, which can terminate the declaration by joint resolution. However, the act does not define what constitutes a national emergency, leaving it to the President's discretion. Critics argue this ambiguity creates a loophole, allowing presidents to exploit vague language to seize power. They point to instances where emergency declarations justified actions far beyond the original scope, setting dangerous precedents. The use of emergency powers by U.S. presidents is not without precedent. Throughout history, presidents have invoked emergency powers in response to crises like wars, natural disasters, and economic downturns. President Lincoln suspended habeas corpus during the Civil War, expanding executive power during a national crisis. In the 20th and 21st centuries, presidents increasingly relied on emergency declarations for various challenges. Truman declared a national emergency during the Korean War to seize control of steel mills. Nixon declared an emergency in response to the Arab oil embargo, imposing price controls. Trump's use of emergency powers for a border wall marked a significant departure from past practice. Unlike previous declarations, Trump's move faced widespread opposition and legal challenges. Critics argued the border situation did not rise to the level of a national emergency, calling it a political ploy to circumvent Congress. Trump's declaration to fund his border wall ignited legal challenges and political battles. Critics, including legal scholars and civil rights groups, argued the president's actions were unconstitutional and set a dangerous precedent. They claimed the border situation did not meet the legal definition of a national emergency. The Trump administration countered that the president was within his rights, citing his broad authority under Article 2 and the National Emergencies Act. The legal battle quickly moved through the courts, with conflicting rulings reflecting deep partisan divisions. The case reached the Supreme Court, which delayed a final decision until after the 2020 election. Politically, Democrats accused Trump of abusing his power and vowed to fight the declaration through legislation and legal challenges. The controversy highlighted the contentious nature of emergency powers and their potential for abuse. The battle over Trump's use of emergency powers represents a pivotal moment in American history, raising questions about presidential power limits and the balance of government branches. While legal challenges to Trump's declaration failed, the episode highlighted the potential for abuse and the need for greater oversight. The debate over presidential power limits is far from over and will continue to be a source of contention. The Trump presidency sparked renewed debate about executive overreach and the importance of checks and balances. As the U.S. faces complex challenges, balancing security and liberty, executive power and democratic accountability will become more pressing. The legacy of Trump's use of emergency powers serves as a cautionary tale about safeguarding democratic institutions and the rule of law. If you would like more videos like this, please like and subscribe.